Dion Dawkins claiming that the Buffalo Bills have the best offensive line in all of the NFL. Now, this is only one of the reasons why I think the Buffalo Bills are going to squish the fish. Spencer Brown even talking about James Cook and how improved he has been as a running back this year. But I think Aaron Cromer is also a big reason for this. Spencer Brown literally says the run game has improved since the running backs and offensive line started meeting together again with offensive line coach Aaron Cromer up there explaining the run game to everyone. So we've merged both these rooms together, our running back room and the offensive line room. We've merged that together. We've had open dialogue, open conversation, scheming things up, blending things with the offensive line. What the offensive line sees compared to what the running back sees, where the running back wants to go compared to what the offensive line is ultimately trying to do. I mean, this just makes a ton of sense. The synergy of this offensive line merged with the running backs is definitely paying some dividends. Now, typically I look into the stats in these games, but we know that Tua has been out, and I always reiterate the fact that a great defense is a good offense, and we could see that the Miami Dolphins really haven't been themselves since Tua has been gone. But just taking a look at the stats so far this season, the Miami Dolphins have allowed 866 rushing yards, whereas the Buffalo Bills have actually allowed 962. So technically, the Miami Dolphins have been better at stopping the run over the Buffalo Bills, and I think we went against Derrick Henry. We started a young rookie, Cole Bishop, in one of those games. I mean, we've had some big chunk yard plays that really haven't helped us in any way. You could see 87-yard touchdown was allowed by the Bills, whereas the Miami Dolphins only allowed a 49-yard rushing touchdown. And additionally, like I said, Tua being out, the Miami Dolphins knowing that they haven't had this high potent passing attack and offense, so really having this team supplement that loss, maybe running the ball a little bit more than what they typically do, thus helping the defensive rushing stats. Now, the Miami Dolphins defense has been very stingy against the pass, allowing the second fewest total passing yards in the NFL. And you could even see total touchdowns. The Miami Dolphins have allowed the fewest in the NFL total touchdowns. Well, the Buffalo Bills are well suited for this game because the Buffalo Bills are rushing the football 48.92% of the time. We still really are rushing the football, almost a 50-50 split here. So knowing that the Miami Dolphins are very good against the pass, I mean, they've been slightly better than us against the run. I still think this offensive line with Dion Dawkins, James Cook, Ray Davis are going to be very successful going against the Miami Dolphins. Plus, Josh Allen is on the verge of making NFL history here. The Bills clearly 6-2 on top of the AFC East, and Josh Allen has a chance to shatter some NFL record books for the Buffalo Bills. With a rushing touchdown on Sunday, Allen will hurdle into second place for rushing touchdowns in team history. Allen has 56 career touchdowns, is one score shy of O.J. Simpson for second place, and they're both looking up at Thurman Thomas at 65 total touchdowns. You can see Fred Jackson, 30 rushing touchdowns over 106 games. Cookie Gilchrist, 31 over 42. O.J. Simpson, 57 over 112. 65 for Thurman Thomas over 173. And 56 rushing touchdowns for Josh Allen for only 102 games. Now, diving into some of these matchups for the Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills, we can see the Bills match up very, very well. The Buffalo Bills offensive players to watch. Clearly, Josh Allen is on fire this season. Only one interception all the way through all of these games. All the things that could happen during an NFL game. Simply, we saw it last week. A wide receiver slipping, and that's what caused the interception. Really had nothing to do with Josh Allen making a poor decision. It was because the receiver slipped and fell down. So this isn't just Josh Allen. It's the players that surround him too. They're doing their part and really helping things out and minimizing the turnovers. So I think Josh Allen has a 64% completion percentage. His athletic ability, and he can still run the football, a true dual purpose quarterback is really going to open up things against this Miami Dolphins, seeing how good they are against the pass. Josh Allen could run it. James Cook could run it. The best offensive line in football could run it. Ray Davis can run it. I mean, this is just going to be so hard to stop. James Cook was the featured offensive player for Buffalo, rushing for 452 yards, 7 touchdowns so far, and averaging 64.6 yards per game. He's been super steady with 143 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns in the last 3 games. So Buffalo's run game has definitely gotten stronger. And also, Bills wide receiver Khalil Shakir targeted 36 times for 421 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he is also averaging 60.1 yards per game. Again, this Buffalo Bills defense is also heating up. I think some players developing like Dorian Williams, even Cam Lewis getting involved, AJ Epinesa, Greg Rousseau, Von Miller is back for this week, and we saw a little dip in production ever since we lost Von Miller. Clearly, Von Miller is back to himself. I mean, 3 sacks in the first 4 games of the season, then he gets suspended. But we are really filling in the holes on this defense. AJ Epinesa has 2 sacks so far this season and 1 pass deflection. The leading tackler for the Buffalo Bills is Dorian Williams with a total of 70 tackles, 4 for a loss. And he's been solid in the middle of the field, also in pass coverage. His fellow teammates will be the giant contributors in bringing the Dolphins offense under control and putting plenty of pressure on Miami Dolphins Tua. Now, speaking of Tua, he will potentially be going against Kyer Elum of the Buffalo Bills. And this is a huge opportunity for Kyer Elum to step up for Bills Mafia. He's been sitting in the background. He never requested a trade like Mike Edwards. I think Kyer Elum is definitely going to rise to the occasion here. And honestly, all the stats you look at, per his limited amount of snaps, Kyer Elum has an extraordinarily high amount of interceptions. He's a playmaker. Yes, sometimes he was out of position in years past, but he makes up for it for being a difference maker and getting interceptions. And I really think the Buffalo Bills, Kyer Elum, is going to be intercepting Tua this upcoming week. And let's not forget Tua getting hurt against the Buffalo Bills. Having the Buffalo Bills be a team that he was concussed against, I think there is an embedded fear in Tua going against the Bills. I know if that was me, I would be extremely fearful going against the Buffalo Bills with Von Miller, Greg Rousseau, AJ Epinesa, Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, and everyone else on this team. It's just unbelievable. I think Tua is going to be rattled from the very beginning of this game, especially being at home in front of Bills Mafia. I think we're definitely going to be squishing the fish. I get it. The Miami Dolphins defense has been excellent so far. They have Tua. Tyreek Hill is dealing with a little bit of an injury. They have some injuries here. But I just think the Buffalo Bills are built to squish the fish, especially here in Buffalo. It's about 50 degrees outside. Going to Miami, I'm sure it's 70 degrees there or warmer. I mean, it's not the coldest temperature in the world this time of year in Buffalo, but I think there still is somewhat of a shell shock when you go from Miami to Buffalo, and Buffalo Bills at home in the crowd. This new revamped offensive line with James Cook, Ray Davis, Von Miller back for Bills Mafia. The depth players on this team are progressing. Even DeMar Hamlin at free safety, Cam Lewis, Dorian Williams. I mean, we are just doing some amazing things. And let's not forget Josh Allen on the cusp of running into second place as the all-time leading touchdown scorer, rushing touchdown scorer for Bills Mafia. But I appreciate you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe for future content. Drop your comments below about this game, some predictions, score predictions. I definitely want to hear from you. Check the links down below in the description too. If you want to go to the game, check out SeatGeek.com and use promo code BNC. I really suggest doing that maybe a few hours before the game. You could definitely get a discount on the tickets. Someone really feeling pressured to sell their ticket, they're going to discount it right before the game. Plus, you could use BNC promo code to get even $20 off that ticket. That's personally how I went to all of the games in the past. I would literally go to SeatGeek. I would use my own promo code. I would wait right before the game, and I would buy a ticket discounted. But I appreciate you guys all so much. Hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.